to Fredo's Football Talk. I'm your host, Fredo. Today we got the whole crew today in the building. We got that boy DC, we got Jerron, and we got Steven in the background today. What's up, DC?
What's going on, Fredo?
And not much, man. What's up, Jerron?
Morning, everybody.
Morning, man. Gentlemen, man, we're right here. We're right here with the wild card weekend, man. It started off, man. So far, it's been great. We still got one more game tonight. We got the Cowboys at the Buccaneers. Can't wait for that one. Jerron, what do you think about that game tonight, man?
Excited, nervous. I hate it's on Monday night. It just don't.
Yeah,
it
pressure.
don't feel right. Not the pressure, and then the fact that it's just is isolated. Like the rest of the games, it was a whole hype day of football tomorrow. Now it's just one up and down. So you're gonna get all this adrenaline for 3.5 hours, and then it's like, all right, well, on to the next game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So far, the weather over there is looking at like in the 70s tonight, man. So that's gonna be a good game right there, man. So be clear skies. DC, what are your thoughts on this game coming up, man?
I'm just looking forward to it. See if it's going to be as advertised.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want, you know. Like Jerron said, there's been a whole lot of hype and build up to the game. You just want to make sure it shows up like that on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, Vegas is predicting the Cowboys to win this one by 2.5 points. DC, do you think that that right there is accurate?
I don't know where they're getting that number from. I think I would probably be more close to a pick 'em.
Yeah.
Than the 2.5, but in Vegas they know a whole lot.
Yeah, they do.
Know a whole lot.
Hey, Jerron, so what about you, man? Do you agree with that, man? That 2.5?
I'm on the pick'em side too.
Yeah.
2.5 is saying on a neutral site they're almost a touchdown better. They're 2 field goals better than the Bucks. I think they are a better team, but I'm not giving 2 points to the Cowboys. It's a pick'em for me.
Yeah, it's a pick'em. Hey, so I know last week, Jerron, you picked the Buccaneers to win.
Yes.
Are you still with that pick?
Until I see Brady go down, you got to slay the dragon. And to me, he's still able to pick them apart underneath.
Yeah.
And then he's going to take advantage of the second cornerback on the outside. Man, it's going to be tough to stop him. So I still pick the Buccaneers probably by a touchdown late.
Yeah. DC, well, how about you, man?
Once it's going to come down to the turnovers.
Yeah.
The turnovers. But Parsons is going to have a huge game.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't have a huge game, he's going to have to command a double team just about every play.
Yeah.
He's going to have to show up in the stat sheet big time in order for them to win this game, man. He got to show up like the Bosa than the other guys do, because it's amazing what one guy can do for a whole defense, man.
Right.
If he just shows up, they got a chance. They got a chance with the offensive line and shambles for Tampa Bay. If Parsons shows up, they got a really, really good chance.
Yeah.
I'm interested in how Dan Quinn plays. Does he shadow Mike Evans with Trayvon Diggs? All right, I like that matchup. It's a pretty back and forth matchup. Does he blitz heavy a bad offensive line for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, famously this year, they're not the same offensive line. There's injuries everywhere. Their center just came off of IR. He's going to start, and he hasn't had any game speed play in the last 4 weeks. So how's Dan Quinn going to attack? Is it all man? Are you going to sprinkle in some zone? Because at this point, I'm like send 5 all man all the time.
Yeah.
You like they're gonna have rub routes. They're gonna get some third downs on you, but I'm scared of getting picked apart by Tom Brady over in the middle. If you play any zone, it's gonna get bad.
And of course, you know with the Bucs, they have one of the worst rushing offense. They bottom 2, I think, in the whole league. So at this point, you know Brady's gonna throw it 50 times.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, so I'm letting Michael Parsons go. If he wants to go, make him go.
Yeah.
And then and force Fournette to have to help chip block or something. Don't just let him release out in the flat and catch 10 balls again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be Parsons. Let him go.
Yeah.
Make him use 2 of their people. That's what you need to do.
Absolutely. If you want to get down on Brady's skin, he hates getting hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so
Tap him.
blitz him. Play that man-to-man,
Yeah.
blitz him, but don't play no zone.
Hey, man, I'm the type of guy, I'm all for a personal foul in the first quarter if I have to.
I was just going to say that.
I'm all for that.
First
I'm
quarter.
all for that in that time of the game, man.
If you have 3 steps and Brady gets out, he's going to get the ball out quick.
Yeah.
On that 3rd step, give him a little.
That's right.
Yep.
And he's going to get pissed off. He's
Yeah.
going to look at the refs. And I'm going to be like, hey, we here.
Because he's going to get one of them calls no matter what. At some point,
Yeah.
he's going to get a rough in the pass,
Yeah.
I'm sure, tonight. At some
Yeah.
point. So make it worth it on that
Yeah.
first one.
I'll do it. They catch a touchback, 25-yard line, first play. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Wake him up.
You got you're to the 40 now. Here
There
you go.
Yeah, absolutely. In the past, we've learned that Tom Brady gets mad when he gets hit.
Yeah.
You know, so when he gets, when he's too focused about, besides throwing the ball, he's right there talking to the refs.
No
Says,
doubt.
hey, man, what's going on? How come you're not calling this?
Yep.
I'm getting hit. Then he's right there yelling his offensive line.
Yeah.
He just creates more pressure, amongst himself. Like if the Cowboys can use that on him, that right there can help. If you knock out Brady, you have a chance to win, man.
No doubt.
So play man and blitz.
Yeah,
Play
and
man and blitz.
And I'm interested to see how the offense game going to be called tonight for the
Yeah.
Cowboys,
Yeah.
If they're going to run heavy or what, because like I say, they're going to throw the ball
Yeah.
50 times. And so you're going to have opportunities for 3 and outs when
Yeah.
you're playing against them. But when you get the ball, if you're going to try to keep it away from them or you're going to try to just out-throw them.
I say keep it away from them and just run the ball.
Yeah.
You have 2 studs of running backs. Run the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jerome. What do you think?
It depends what deck you're getting.
Yeah.
Or in what game plan they're playing. The Cowboys have a bipolar offense where you got the Cooper Rush game plan, which is the one I want to see, and then you got the spread them out, empty Buffalo game plan where you want to try to dink and dunk and tight windows. Me, I'm going heavy run, heavy play action, suck up those fast ass linebackers they got, and try to take advantage of their secondary. Their secondary isn't anything to anything special.
Yeah.
You just got to worry about Vita Vea and the 2 linebackers, and if you avoid getting around them, you should be okay.
Right.
So I want a heavy run, heavy play action, and then let's pick spacing routes. Throw it deep a couple times to keep them honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you think they'll bring T.Y. in just to let him run deep a couple of times?
On the play action would look nice.
That's what I want.
But you got to establish that running game for that play
That's
action.
what, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I would like is that it's going to be tough, but I want the San Francisco game plan.
Yeah.
What they did with Brock Purdy yesterday, we'll get into it, but give me that game plan where they're always thinking about the edges getting bust, and then use Tony Pollard like he should be used, like Christian McCaffrey. So we'll see.
Yeah, Dak, the main thing is take what they give you.
Right.
Don't be if you do force it, don't be forcing it to no damn Noah Brown, okay? If you're going to force it, trust CeeDee Lamb, okay?
Thank you.
Or even Schultz before you start trying to force stuff to Noah Brown.
Forcing to Noah Brown is
don't do that.
ridiculous. That's the most comical thing I've ever seen. And then force it outside the numbers, where it's either outside or it's out of bounds or it's a catch.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't. He forces it over the middle to Noah Brown.
Too many people there,
and it bounces up. Every game, it seems like he's got at least one of those. So we'll see if Mike McCarthy's worth being the head coach of this team. He would have a game plan that's gonna show. So I don't trust he's that head coach. So that's why I'm saying Tampa Bay by 7. But if he proves that, it should be a 14-point win. If he proves that he can come up with a game plan like he should.
Hey, Jerron, so since you brought up McCarthy, I got to ask you this question now, man. If the Cowboys lose today, is he the head coach next year coming in?
I would put a 60% chance that he's the head coach.
60%? DC? What do you think, man?
I think it's how they lose. Man. If they go out there and just get beat, he gone. He might not make the trip back.
Yeah.
But if it's some circumstances that towards the end they lose by a point or 2 points like that, they play a good game, he got a chance. But, that's all the news now. Will he come back after another 12-4 season now with the Sean Payton stuff in the air? And I'll be honest, I really don't think Sean Payton would work out in Dallas. I really don't. Not as far as, because I think him and Jerry Jones are the same guy.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? Yeah. They want to be the one that take care of the personnel who wants to come in now. So that's why I think it wouldn't work. But as far as if they wanted to mesh and work together, it could work. But as far as who's going to pick the players and how they run stuff, I don't know if that would work.
So the scenario is, like you said, how they lose.
Yeah.
So I put a 60% chance that if they lose terribly, he'll be back.
Yeah.
And then so the contingency plans are Dan Quinn sliding over from DC to head coach, and then they bring in Brian Schottenheimer is the rumor. If they were to fire McCarthy, they would let Kellen Moore go because Kellen Moore's getting OC and head coach interviews. Let him go. Schottenheimer, OC, Dan Quinn, DC, and coach. Yep. I wouldn't be too mad at that, but we'll see how they play tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
You keep Dan Quinn there. That keeps some stability there.
Yeah.
Especially on the defensive side.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I don't want to have to break it to you, but even if they win tonight, they're going to San Francisco next week. So you go home one of these 2 weeks. I don't care.
Oh man. I already think about that, huh? It's not like you got to win this game first and think about the other games, Jay.
Look, either one, I know they're going home soon.
Yeah.
So they either going home tonight or they're going home next Sunday night.
Ah, man, you're such a Debbie Downer, man. You don't have no hope.
I know the truth.
Oh man,
I know
you too raw, man. You too raw. No lube, man. You just get in there and say, "Yep, nah, you gotta take it." Either way, gentlemen. My beliefs is, man, like if they lose today, he's gone. McCarthy's gone. With all that air up there with Sean Payne, rumored being requestful for head coaching interviews. I want to say that Jerry Jones likes the spotlight, and I think he's gonna put his name in that hat also for Sean Payne's interview, man. And I feel like if he does it, like DC said, man, if they want chaos inside of the Cowboys facility, that who can do what and make what calls, it's like it might happen, man.
Yeah. But the thing about that, you still got to remember, the Saints have to say yes.
Exactly.
Right.
So that means you got to pony up a package that the Saints feel like this is good enough. Yeah. And where you pick it in the draft, that one first round might not get it. Yeah. I don't think it will
it's
get it.
It's not going to get it.
So, they can play hardball as far as the Saints saying, okay, this is what we want. Yeah. Cowboys, take it or leave it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how New Orleans feels about Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Because Sean Payton's going to make the request.
Yes.
Yeah.
And can you do me a solid? Hey, I know you ain't got the best draft compensation. I know you ain't got your first round, but let me go here.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
Man, to be honest with you, I'm surprised yesterday with the news that the Panthers requested him and for interview, and they gave it to him at divisional rival.
I couldn't believe that. I could not believe that, man.
That was something I was surprised. DC, you brought that off air, but yeah, man, like I'm surprised that they're actually doing that. So if they let a divisional rival get an interview, imagine the Cowboys are not in that division.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna get an interview.
Yep.
But
I just think they don't really care about the Panthers. If it's the Falcons, they'd be like, no. Yeah. But it's the Panthers. That's like the little brother. They're like, go talk to him.
All right, gentlemen. Besides that, man, do we have anything else for this game tonight? The Cowboys at the Buccaneers.
High scoring, low scoring. What y'all think?
I think it's gonna be high scoring. Well, high scoring. I think it's gonna be I say over 21 points.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna look like the other games, the 31, the 24, them type of games, like we've seen with the Giants and the Vikings. I think it's gonna look like that.
I'm with you. 28, 21 for me.
Yeah, that's what I think too. If I had to put a score on it, I mean, I'll say it'd be. You know what? I know last week I picked the Buccaneers. I don't know. If the Bucks win, it's gonna be 28-20.
Yeah, something like that.
If the Cowboys win, it's gonna be 24-20. I don't know. If I had to put a score on it,
I think the Bucks probably about 35-30.
Ooh,
like that.
That's a game.
Yeah, that's a game.
That's a game.
Jerome, if you had to pick if you had to put a number in that,
I'm still going 28-21.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Okay. That's some good coffee right there.
That's real good coffee.
All right. So moving on, gentlemen. Here we go. We have the Seahawks at the 49ers. Final score 23-41. This is the third time they play this year, man. And 49ers come up with the win. Real quick, let me give you some game leaders. Geno Smith, he threw for 35, completed 25, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 1 interception. Top rusher from the Seahawks, Walker the third, 15 carries for 63 yards and 1 touchdown. Top receiver from the Seahawks, DK Metcalf, with 10 catches, 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. Have a day, boy. And now to the 49 side of the ball, Purdy, he threw for 30, completed 18, 332 yards and 3 touchdowns. Have a day, my guy. And your top rusher was McCaffrey, 15 carries, 19 yards, and that's just rushing. Have a day, man. And your top receiver was Deebo Samuel with 6 catches, 133 yards, and 1 touchdown. Have a day, man. So that right there. And also, let me give you some team stats. Total yardage, the Seahawks had 332, while the 49ers had 505 total. Turnovers, Seahawks had 2, 49ers had 0. Time of possession, Seahawks were 28 minutes, while the 49ers had 32. So that right there, gentlemen, that concludes the game right there. For the 49ers advance to the next round, to the divisional round right there. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Scary. 49ers are scary, man. Efficiency all over the field. They got a game plan. They stick to it. They don't defer from it. You know, and it finally made up in that second half. Because the second half, Seahawks shouldn't even score that, whatever they scored at this last 6 points or whatever. But, man, they got the cheat code, man. Shanahan, the cheat code, man. Yep. You got Purdy coming here. And guess what? They brought back Elijah Mitchell this week, too.
Yep.
Another running back, man. So they just got whatever they want when they want it. They find a weakness, which they will. Before that game's over, they're going to find a weakness in your defense to exploit. Yeah. And it's just, I don't see nobody stopping them, man. I really don't. On the third-string quarterback, I don't see it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. What was so surprising about this game, man, the first half of this game, it was right there, man. Going into halftime 17-16, it was a good game. But, man, 49ers just came in the second half and just, put their name in the print. And said, man, we're here. We're going to take over. Jerome, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Yeah, Kraft said it, man. They are bullies. The first half, that was a divisional game.
Yeah.
It looked it's like, all right,
right,
the divisional game. Then the second half, it looked like we're going to date ourselves age-wise, but the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
He burst through the door, bust through the wall, and he ain't no stopping. Just like Derek said, they're going to poke and prod, and they're going to find whatever you got, they're going to exploit it. And they got the bullies. Man, it's like a back alley team. I don't want to fight none of these cats. And then Brock Purdy, he's not a system quarterback. He's not C.J. Beathard. He's not Garoppolo. This dude was making second reads, third read. He was moving around in the pocket. So he was making plays. He wasn't. Yes, Kyle Shanahan is the best play caller in the league. And he has the best offense game plan, in my opinion, in the league. But Brock Purdy ran that thing perfectly.
Yeah, he did.
He had a couple passes he would like back, but even those passes, look at the second half. They can do that at any time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, man, this team to me mirrors the great late '80s, early '90s team in the way in what they can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, Trey Lance ain't getting that job back.
No.
Trey Lance, he better find a very comfortable spot on that bench. Whatever his butt cheeks, form, go ahead and sit on that bench and watch Purdy cook.
I wouldn't be surprised if they flip him for a draft pick.
Yeah.
See, because people are going to look at this like, well, hell, if Shanahan took a chance on him, why can't I trade for him and see if I can make something work with him?
Yeah.
But what they got to realize that what happens in Shanahan's locker room can't happen in everybody else's locker room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shanahan probably could have made him work if he stayed healthy.
Yeah.
But this guy took a man who wasn't even really supposed to be drafted.
Nope.
He was just there, the last pick of the draft.
No.
Yeah.
How many scouts passed over this guy, man? And he comes in and does that. So I think they got their guy on a really cheap deal because he's the last guy in the draft. They don't tell you he probably making $500,000 a year, if that. Now you got all this extra cap coming up. If you don't have to pay a quarterback within the next 4 or 5 years to build that team around him, so they're gonna be scared for a while.
So who wouldn't want to come over here and play for the 49ers?
Yeah,
a very proven team right here. Even though they don't have that many draft picks for the next year, the free agency can come over here and say, hey, man, I want to play for the 49ers.
And they don't need them. They stacked.
They good.
Their defense is stacked.
They in a great spot.
They just got to be healthy.
Yes, they're in a great spot, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ayuk coming along this year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And Debo, he picked up right where he left off.
Yeah.
Ayuk is the one. We got to watch if he's able to come back, but they got Super Bowl hopes. And if they get one this year, they can let Ayuk walk.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Gentlemen, do we have any more on this game right here?
I think that's
I'm still proud of Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle still showed me a lot, and they got a bright future.
Yeah.
2 first-round picks. They're gonna be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was thinking about when he said, I think that GM he probably pushed it over as far as getting GM of the year.
Which one?
Versus the Seattle.
Yeah.
It was between him and the Eagles, but what he did with flipping Russell Wilson and then picking these guys in the draft this year, with Kenneth Walker and Wooten, and another Kobe Bryant. Some other guys, man.
And
all
the
these
tackle.
rookies. Yeah, and the tackle.
They all contributed this
yes,
year.
man. All the rookies. And he going to get that top pick from the Broncos,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He did a great job this year, man.
Yeah,
he really did.
He can easily flip that pick for more.
Oh, yeah.
He can easily, man. But if he wants to.
Yeah, they're not in a position where they just really have to go out and do this or do that, Of course, they got to sign Geno.
Yeah.
We'll see how
and
that
that's
goes.
another thing. Is Geno Smith coming back next year?
I think he will. If he don't get out there and get too bold, because asking for too much money.
Because Geno Smith said that he would love to finish his career in Seattle, but now it's all about business. Now Seattle has to do what's best for them, and Geno has to do what's best for him as well. Yeah. This is the business side right here that it can get nasty sometimes, but hopefully the two parties can come along and figure it out. Geno Smith, man, comeback player of the year right there, man, out of nowhere. He played fantastic this whole season, surprisingly fantastic, man. Like I know once we started off the show, DC, I know that we said that Seattle ain't gonna be up there, man.
I didn't think they were gonna do this.
They're years behind. Rebuild mode. Hey, man, if anything, man, they shut me up and proved me wrong. Right. Absolutely, man. Right, yeah. But yeah, Seattle, man. So
at least you get Geno to the Pro Bowl.
Season.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he was selected or not, but he needed to be at least a Pro Bowl alternative.
He got to be. He got to be at least one of them.
Got to be.
And, I'm thinking they're going somewhere about 3 years, $75 to $80 million.
Yeah.
60 guaranteed. Take it, Geno. Run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Take that.
Guess what? Seattle's in the spot now. They can draft a quarterback. And they ain't got to look for the best quarterback. They got a guy they can sit behind Geno for 2 years if they want to.
Exactly.
They groom him until he's ready. So they're in a really good spot.
Yeah.
They really are, Seattle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And maybe not even take a quarterback this year.
Yeah.
And just get a quarterback next year, depending on the situation where they might be at for next season.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Seattle future looks pretty bright, at least for next season, for sure. Gentlemen, do we have anything else on this right here?
The only problem they got is they're in the division with the 49ers.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, man, but they did good, though, man. Like, you had two teams from that division making the playoffs, and that's pretty impressive.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Moving on. We have the next game here. We have the Chargers versus the Jaguars. Final score 30-31. In the beginning, man, we thought this game was going to be a blowout, but man, for the fourth time this season, the Jaguars came back with a comeback win. Let me give you some game leaders real quick. Let's start off with the Chargers side of the ball. Herbert, he threw for 43, completed 25, 273 yards and 1 touchdown. Top rusher was Eckler with 13 carries and 35 yards for 2 touchdowns. And your top receiver was Herbert with 6 catches, 109 yards and 1 touchdown. Have a day, man. Now to the Jacksonville side of the ball. Lawrence, he threw for 47, completed 28, 288 yards, 4 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions. Top rusher was Ethan Jr. with 20 carries for 109 yards. And your top receiver was Ingram with 7 catches, 93 yards, and 1 touchdown. Not bad, man. It was a tight end game that day. Mm-hmm. So real quick, team stats. The Chargers total yardage 320, while Jaguars were 390. Time possession. Jaguars were 27 minutes, while the Chargers had 32. Turnovers. Chargers had 0. Jacksonville had 5. So yeah, gentlemen. That being said, that's why the Jaguars won this game, 31-30. DC, what are your thoughts in this game, man?
No excuse, pitiful.
Yeah.
Ain't no way this game should have went down like this.
Yeah.
They give you 5 turnovers in a 27-0 lead,
yep,
and you lose that game?
Yep.
And it comes back to one of the reasons I was worried about San Diego. They can't run the ball. When you get up like that, they only ran the ball. Yeah. When you get up like that, man, you got to be able to take some clock.
Yeah.
Because eventually, if you keep letting them get the ball, they're going to come back and beat you. And head coach, I'm surprised they ain't came across yet. I'm surprised that they ain't came across yet, man. He can't stay.
Yep.
First off, the Mike Williams, when he started the week before, should have never happened.
Yep.
And then you lose this game like this. That's unacceptable, man. Somebody's got to be held accountable for this, man.
All right, gentlemen. In the second half, they only scored 3 points.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
And before that, they scored, was it 27?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. And you can't put at least one more touchdown, you win the game. At least that.
Yep.
Jerome, what are your thoughts in this game, man?
Yeah, pitiful. This is embarrassing as it gets. Yeah, this is ridiculous. And the fact is, it's not that they can't run the ball. They didn't try.
Yeah, absolutely.
23 attempts to run the ball. You got a 27-point. Come on, man.
They're trying to air it out, man.
Yeah.
In the second half, when you have the
lead. Justin Herbert threw 43 times.
They only completed 25.
But not even that. 43 attempts.
No reason for that.
All you're doing is stopping clock.
That's it.
All you're doing is stopping clock. And for some reason, when the Jaguars go down, they turn into Clemson. They turn into Clemson offense, and it's bombs. Like they just bombard you with, and it looks like college plays. They do run a lot of mesh, run a lot of crosses, and that's just playing into Trevor Lawrence's his favor. But Staley's got to go.
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
It's too much rumbling with people who know football who are like, this guy's not getting it done. Yep. And to me, this is the Sean Payton spot.
Yep.
This is the spot.
The perfect spot.
You got the QB. You got the he's going to be good for another 12 years.
Yep.
Then you got the running back. Sean Payton loves running backs like Eckler.
That's him.
He loves. Then you got a big target who can go in the slot and go on the outside of Mike Williams if you don't play him in a meaningless game and get him hurt. And then they got the tight end. Like, this is the perfect place for Sean Payton.
Yeah.
And this is where he needs to go. I saw somewhere where it said Trevor Lawrence has never lost a game on Saturday.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So they were doomed from the get-go. What he spotted them all in points, 20 points in the first half. And
hey, the next game's on Saturday too.
Look, hey man, I might be betting with them boys.
They ain't played it yet, so hey, he still got a chance.
Because and then the Chargers became the first team in NFL history to lose with a 5+ turnover mark. How hard is it?
Say that again.
The Chargers they became the first team in NFL history to lose with a +5 turnover margin.
Wow.
5 turnovers. I think Alabama would have. Like, come on.
Damn.
Any college team, if you give them 5 turnovers, I think they end up winning. It's ridiculous. And to have Herbert doesn't deserve that. Herbert's one of my favorite quarterbacks, and I don't blame this on him.
No,
this is all upstairs.
Yeah.
So man, it's not good. And Staley's got to go.
He got to go.
Yeah. Staley's got to go.
Yeah, I think he will go.
DC somewhere.
Yeah, it's unacceptable, man,
Yeah.
to be up like that. All that talent. I'm telling you, if you list all the rosters in the league, that might be a top 5 as far as talent in the league. And you go and lose like that, just laid over. It's the second game we done talked about where one team made adjustment in the second half, and the other team stayed where they were at in the first half. Never really made it to the second half.
Yeah.
Same thing with Seattle. They didn't make it to the second half. They left everything they were doing in the first half. Same thing with this game. One team made adjustments, the other team didn't. And when you do that, that's what happens.
And they scored 3 points in the second half, but still didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Sounds like a bunch of 3 and outs, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Bunch of punts.
Yeah. So to me, that's coaching.
Yep.
Because
Ain't no doubt.
you couldn't get Eckler loose on one explosive play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in rushing, Eckler, he only had 35 yards. The hell is
He
that?
only ran it 13 times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I don't know. So, your boys are saying the coach is gone next year, right?
He's got to be gone. You can't bring him back. They're giving him his, we support him as a coach and all. Nah, he's got
let's see if he hasn't got fired now. Yeah.
They got to do their team meeting before. Because they got to do that, clean the locker room up. He's got to talk to the owner.
Yep.
They probably just got back to L.A. I don't think he's fired yet.
Oh, guys, breaking news. CJ Stroud just declared for the draft.
Yeah, saw that.
Y'all can breathe easy now, Texas fans.
You should have pressed the button.
Y'all can breathe easy now, Texas fans.
We're not at that point yet. We're still going to talk about it.
All right. So as of right now, the head coach from the Chargers has not been fired as of right now, but he should be, if not by today, by tomorrow. Yeah. And the Chargers should put their name also for the Champagne.
Ain't no doubt.
That needs to be the spot right there.
Hey,
ready-made team.
Yeah, exactly. Gentlemen, is there anything else we got to talk about between the Chargers and Jaguars? How we feeling about the Jaguars? Are they for real?
We gave them life.
Or the Fugazi?
You stepped on that roach, you should have killed it.
Yeah.
You gave them life, man. You let them come back, and now they got their confidence up, and they got some talented players too. So
they do.
Who they playing next week? They got to come on and do what the Chargers did the first half, the whole game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let these guys stick around. Do not do it because anything can happen.
The opponent they got next week are the Chiefs.
Yes.
And that's a real coach right there.
They played each other already this year. Yeah. And it wasn't that bad of a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, before we move on, we got anything else from this game?
That's it.
All right, let's go to the next game right here, gentlemen. All right. Next game right here, we have the Dolphins at the Bills. Final score, 31-34. Bills hang on to win this one right here. Real quick, game leaders. Let's go to the Dolphins side of the ball. Thompson, he threw for 45, completed 18, 220 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Top rusher was Wilson Jr., 10 carries with 23 yards, 1 touchdown. Top receiver was Hill with 7 catches, 69 yards. Now to the Bills side of the ball, we have Allen. He threw for 39, completed 23, 352 yards and 3 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. Now to your top rusher from the Bills side, Stingley. He carried the ball 10 times, 48 yards. Top receiver was Diggs with 7 catches, 114 yards. Have a day, man. Team stats real quick. Total yardage for Miami was 231, while Buffalo had 423. Turnovers, Miami had 2, Buffalo had 3. Time possession, Miami with 27 minutes, while Buffalo had 32. That being said, final score 34-31. Buffalo comes up with the win on this one. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Josh Allen gonna get him beat.
Yeah.
And keep doing that, he is gonna get him beat. The turnovers, man.
Yeah.
You can't do that, man. You got your defense out there playing that hard like that, and you go over there and you turn the ball over to the other team. Miami really shouldn't even been in that game.
No.
At all. They should have been in. They had Skylar Thompson out there throwing the ball 45 times.
Yep.
And you still only win by 3 points. And hats off to that Dolphins defense. They got to him about 6 or 7 times. So you got to take your hat off to them. But it really never should have been this close. Josh Allen cannot keep doing it. Definitely this coming up week, he can't do it.
Yeah,
can't do that.
Absolutely. If Tua was in this game, they would have won it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
No doubt.
Jerron, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Same thing. If I'm a Bills fan, I'm a little worried. Yeah. I don't know if they're playing down to competition. Both Bills Dolphins games have been good, so it might just be a matchup thing.
Divisional.
They just know each other so well.
Oh.
But Josh Allen is kind of like a wild horse. Yeah. So he's just it's gonna be ups and downs. He's gonna give away some stuff, but he's also gonna drag the team on his back. Yep. So I feel like he did that. But if, like you said, if Skylar Thompson isn't Skylar Thompson, this might turn out differently. Yeah. This might be a heartbreak for Buffalo. Mm-hmm. Skylar gave up the ball. He was loose with the ball. He thought he was somebody he wasn't. Yep. That, like, on both interceptions, I have no idea why he thought he could make that throw. And then their defense, the Dolphins defense, that, like you said, they got to him 7 times.
Yeah.
So if I'm the Bills, I'm alerted to, man, this is a possible weak point in my team. But again, I need to see them play somebody outside of the Dolphins, because the most times I've watched the Buffalo Bills, I've watched them against the Dolphins, and to me, they are neck and neck with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So I'm be interested to see what they got next week.
And also, the Dolphins got 13 QB hits.
Yeah.
That's a lot, man.
So they were bringing a zero blitz heavy this game.
They had to. They had to.
Which is smart, because, like I said, Josh Allen is a wild horse. Yeah. Most quarterbacks are doing the I'm a dunk down. Mm-hmm. Let me hit my check down. I'm going for 60-yard bombs.
Yeah.
And he got some 60-yard bombs, but he also got hit in his mouth a couple times. He also 2 fumbles. What was that? 2 fumbles, right?
Yeah.
2 picks and a fumble? Or was it 2 fumbles?
Well, no, he fumbled the ball 3 times. He only lost 1.
Yeah.
He got 2 picks. This is all from, he knows the blitz is coming, but he's like, all right, I don't even think about my check down. I'm going deep to Diggs, deep to Gabe Davis, and deep to Shakur, which there's many times where it was close to working or it worked out. So that's the thin line he kind of plays on. But you can't keep playing like that. 13 quarterback hits. I know you Cam Newton size, but Cam Newton eventually he got slowed down himself. So
it's one of those situations where you as the OC, you got to protect him from himself.
Yeah,
and you got to change some. You got to change some of the play calls. I know he wants to go out there and drop back and show how strong that arm is, but at some point the OC got to step in with the play call and be like, this is what we're gonna do. This is what and they probably do that because they ain't got a running back that can pack the ball 25 times a game.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Problem, so. That's another insufficient running game.
Yep.
Just like the Chargers.
Yep.
They don't have a bell cow.
And he's probably the leading rusher, pretty close to it for the team.
Yeah.
If I'm the Buffalo Bills, I'm trying to see what Saquon wants to come over next season. But overall, talk about the Dolphins a little bit for next year. What are they going to do with Tua? And is Mike McDaniel going to improve as a coach going into his second season?
Yeah.
The Tua thing is scary.
Yeah. Now, I was talking to my wife about this. I was explaining to her the whole situation with the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I told her, yeah, this is the third string quarterback, and she's
Mm-hmm.
like, what happened to the starter? He got concussed 3 times this season that we know of.
Yeah.
And she said, what do you mean? I was like, I'm pretty sure he has more concussions that we don't know about.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the backup quarterback has a pinky finger, his throwing pinky. He's hurt, but he's the backup right now. But and she even, and my wife doesn't know too much about football, just what I tell her. And she said, man, that guy had the 3 concussions. He's not playing no more, right? I was like, well, yeah, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
So even somebody that that doesn't know football that much knows he shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, that's common sense. Just tell them the situation, they can make the assessment.
Right.
Yeah. And my wife, she works at, you could say in the medical field, and she knows all about that stuff. And, and she's like, yeah, man, that if you get 1 concussion, that's already bad. If you get 3 within the span of 4 or 5 months that he got him.
Yeah.
So nah, man, she didn't tell me he should tell him to stop playing.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
before the game, the report came out. He's the starter next year.
Yeah.
They already said that. Hey, Tua's your starter, and they're just gonna run it back, and hopefully he stops getting concussed. It's the only thing they can do.
Knock on wood. Hopefully this man does not get concussed around September or October. If not, that's in total another concussion within a year.
Within a year, yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
It's ridiculous, man. If it's me, he can't be my starter next year.
No.
He can be a backup.
No.
I'm going out. I'm chasing Lamar Jackson if I'm them.
Go
chase him. Call Baltimore and see what they want.
He wants to come back
and
home.
make it happen. Because ain't no way in the heck I'm going next year as Tua as my number 1. Because you just don't know when he won't be there. As you see, Teddy Bridgewater didn't work out. I don't know why. I think he dislocated his finger, but most guys played with that. I think he could have played, but I don't know why they didn't put him out there. But he can be my backup, but he cannot come back as my number 1. You don't know what game it's going to be and how long it's going to be for. And then, because Bridgewater probably won't be there next year, who's your backup?
You gotta have a
season.
you have to pay your backup $7-8 million because you know he's gonna be used.
Ain't no doubt.
If I'm them, I'm calling San Francisco.
Yeah.
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Hey,
there you go.
Trey Lance, come on.
The OC.
Yeah.
Yep. I coached him before, so yeah.
Yeah, but you can't go with Tua, man.
And also, sticking to this game right here, man, there were some drop passes from Waddle as well.
Yes. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I want to say he had 3 potentially good catchable catches.
He went through his hand. Like, that ain't like him.
Yeah, exactly, man. Usually he's money, man.
Yep.
When that 50-50 goes up, he always come down with the ball, man. But also, man, if his receivers would have helped a little bit more, that would have won. Thomason didn't do such a bad job, man, but his decision making is questionable. But some of them throws he made were all money, man. Just the receivers.
I don't know. He went 18 for 45.
Well, yeah,
that's
what I'm saying. But those 3 the throws he made, they were very catchable. His receivers dropped the ball on that one, man.
And if I'm them, they don't do this enough. That jet sweep with Tyreek Hill, that might be my first down play call every time.
Yeah.
Something off of that.
Yeah.
We gonna get the ball to Tyreek Hill going sideways somehow, some way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Absolutely. So Dolphins future. What else we got? So we talk about coaching, Tua. Is there anything else that can help this team for next season?
The whole future hinges on Tua.
Yeah.
It's all Tua.
Maybe the secondary guys, they were getting toasted a little bit. Howard and I forgot the other one over there, but I think they're gonna be around because of the contracts they got.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Tua, definitely Tua. That's where you start.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, gentlemen. Is there anything else more between these 2 teams, the Dolphins and Bills? All right, let's go to the next game right here. Let's go to the Giants at the Vikings right here. Final score 31-24. Giants come up with a surprising win right here. They went to Minnesota and they took care of business. Let's go to some game leaders real quick. Let's start off with the Giants side of the ball. Jones, he threw for 35, completed 24, 301 yards and 2 touchdowns. Have a day. Top rusher as well was Jones, 17 carries for 78 yards. Top receiver was Hodgson with 8 catches, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now to the Vikings side of the ball. Cousins, he threw for 39, completed 31 for 273 yards and 2 touchdowns. Top rusher was Cook for 15 carries for 60 yards. Top receiver was DJ Hickerson, 10 catches, 129 yards, man. Have a day, man. Now to some team stats. Total yardage, the Giants had 431, while the Vikings had 332. There were 0 turnovers on this game. And time of possession, Giants with 33 minutes and the Vikings with 26. Final score in this game, once again, Giants 31-24. Giants come up with the win. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
I picked the Giants to win, but not really surprised. But Daniel Jones, he went in there and beat them.
Yep.
He beat them himself. I can't even blame Kirk Cousins. He played a decent game this day.
He did.
But
no
hats off to Daniel Jones and Dayball and the plan that they had when they went in there. Saquon only ran the ball like 9 times.
Mm-hmm.
They just say, Daniel Jones, we're going to ride you through this. And he did. Minnesota didn't have an answer for it.
Nope.
Not at all. And hats off to him, man. Good job for the Giants, man. A lot of people down. At some points, I was down on them, but hey, they pulled it off. And Vikings are who we thought they were.
Yeah, man. Prime time, they just can't get it, man.
Yep.
Jerome, what are your thoughts on this game, bro?
Nobody should be surprised.
Yep.
I know the records didn't show it, but these are the same, even teams. And congratulations to the Giants. Dayball, he called a hell of a game. Like, when they get some talent, they're going to be kind of scary.
Yep.
I don't know if they play the same if they get talent, because I think Daniel Jones will make more riskier plays if he knows he's got a go-to man. Like if Odell, I think Odell comes back. If Odell comes back, he's gonna feel like he needs to force it to Odell. He doesn't need to force it to any one of these receivers. It's either you open or I'm scrambling. But Dayball should be in the Coach of the Year conversation. But on the other side, did any person in the Vikings secondary make a play? It's embarrassing that they got that record and their defense is terrible. Like, nobody in the secondary made a play. Harrison Smith is old. Patrick Peterson is old. They got rookies, Booth and they got another Scene, the safety are young players, but they toyed with that secondary as much as they wanted, and they always played ahead of the sticks. So if the receivers were covered, Daniel Jones just ran it.
Yep.
And as simple as that. I'm the Vikings, like you said, they are who we thought they were. Mm-hmm. Kirk Cousins played a pretty good game. It always felt like on offense the Vikings were behind the sticks. It was 2nd and 13, and they had to dig out a 2nd and 13 or 3rd and 7, compared to the Giants were 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 2nd and 5, something like that. So that just shows you the differences in their coaching ability. But it's interesting. I would like to see how the Eagles and the Giants play, because that's the test. We all kind of had the feeling that the Giants were going to pull this off. Even though the biggest Minnesota Vikings fan knew, is like, all right, this is even. We're not as good as that record that we put up. But it's pretty disappointing for the Vikings. Where do they go now? They're above. They've got over $20 million on the cap, so they got to cut some players. So they might be in rebuild pretty soon. They're gonna have to pay Justin Jefferson.
Ain't no doubt. Can't hide from that one.
So
Not hide from that.
And they brought in Hawkinson, so who's got a big contract. So this might be a rebuild. They might be tearing this down in a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm right here looking at the free agents for next season. The biggest one comes out as Patrick Peterson, and then the center Garrett Bradbury.
Bradbury, yeah.
Bradbury. So those are the biggest free agents they got coming out, and the kicker, Greg Joseph, and everybody else makes under $2 million.
But they're still over the cap.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to cut some players. Yeah. So probably on defense, Harrison Smith might be a cap casualty. Yeah. Thielen, they're gonna have to figure out what to do with Thielen.
Yeah.
Because they got KJ Osborne as he can slide into that second wide receiver spot. And then Dalvin Cook, we got to think about what he's slowing down. He wasn't all that effective. But they're going to have to rebuild pretty soon.
No doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cook's making some pretty decent change too. Dalvin Cook is.
So I'm right here looking at all these contracts. The player that makes the most money is Brian O'Neill, their tackle. 5 years, $195 million. Okay. No, $92 million.
Okay. Well, you understand when you start paying those tackles. That money's understood for the most part.
So besides that, you got Daniel Hunter, outside linebacker, 5 years, $72 million.
He's worth it. Yeah, I think he's worth it.
And behind him is Adam Thielen with 4 years, $64 million.
No way.
Can't do it.
Yeah, so you just brought that up. So cut him. Yeah. And you'll save some money right there.
Post June 1st cap casualty right there. That's number one right there.
And you got free safety Harrison Smith for 4 years, $64 million.
Him too. Go. He might have to go.
They
just drafted his replacement in Scene.
Dalvin Cook, 5 years, $63 million.
Oh, that's it's not. Look, it's easy.
Yeah.
Those last three names, cut.
So some restructuring got to be going on.
Restructuring.
Yes.
Yeah. So, absolutely. The Vikings have a lot of money on some players that you could easily replace.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Trade them, cut ties with them.
Let Dalvin go to Buffalo with his brother.
There you go.
Yeah. They have the Cook backfield.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. And also, you got one more year with Kirk Cousins for 1 year for $35 million. And then you got Hickerson for 4 years, $19 million. So, yeah. And, man, you got Justin Jefferson for $4 million, $13 million. But he's still in his rookie contract.
He's going to be asking.
Yeah.
He's about to get paid.
He's about to get paid. Absolutely. That's crazy right there, man. So, what about the Giants, gentlemen? How confident do y'all feel about the Giants moving on to the next round?
With their game plan they did, Philly better be ready. With Daniel Jones moving around like that. Because that's, maybe Philly will be ready because they see Jalen Hurts in practice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, the line came out at 7. With 7 points, I'd probably take the Giants. I don't know how healthy Hurts is. Because with that shoulder, you fall in one time and that could change
one hit.
Everything, man. So if it stays at 7, that might be some money to make right there. I think they can stay within a touchdown if they play like that.
Absolutely.
But it's gonna be tough because you got to stop A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be
and the
tough.
Giants secondary ain't nothing to be happy about either.
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure out how to run the ball and keep it away from the Eagles, man.
Because they had the luxury of taking out one person. Yeah. They took out Justin Jefferson. Hawkinson went kind of crazy.
Yep.
Now you take out A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith gonna go crazy. Yep. Hurts is gonna use his legs. Yep. Dallas Goddard, man, it's gonna be a tough task. If they are within 7 points, I'm gonna be highly impressed by the Giants' performance.
They both got to dial some stuff up this coming up week.
Oh yeah,
big time. Well, once again, those division games.
Because those secondary pieces in the Eagles will make some plays compared to whatever the Vikings were doing in the secondary.
Yeah. All right, man. Y'all boys got any more with that game right there with Vikings and Giants?
Nah.
All right, let's move on to the next game right here, gentlemen. Let's go to the Ravens at the Bengals. Final score is 17-24. game leaders. Let's start off with the Ravens side of the ball. Huntley, he threw for 29, completed 17 for 226 yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Top rusher was Dobbins with 13 carries, 62 yards. Top receiver was Andrews with 5 catches, 73 yards. Now to the Bengals side of the ball. Burrow, he threw for 32, completed 23, 209 yards and 1 touchdown. Top rusher was Mixon with 11 carries for 39 yards. And your top receiver was Chase with 9 catches, 84 yards, and 1 touchdown. Team stats real quick. Total yardage, Baltimore had 364, while Cincinnati had 234. Turnovers, Baltimore had 2, Cincinnati had 1. Time of possession, Baltimore with 32 minutes, Cincinnati with 27. That being said, Bengals win this game 24-17. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
And I guess the Bengals may have been playing down to the level of the competition. I did not think this game was going to go this route.
Yeah.
Not at all. It's easy to say, without Lamar Jackson, this game would have been different. A lot of people would say that. But I'm looking at Huntley numbers. They look like Lamar Jackson numbers.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at them on the paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only difference is that fumble at the end and maybe an interception. But just looking at the numbers that Huntley put up, they look like Lamar Jackson's numbers.
Yep.
And they still also caught. So I can't say that Lamar Jackson would have won this game because the stats look similar to what he would have put up. But I think the Bengals kind of played down to that competition a little bit. I really do.
Jerron, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
And I'm heartbroken for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Because they played the perfect game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they made it an ugly game. They ran that same pin and pull play 100 times to the right with the read option on the edge on the backside. I love that. Like they ran over and over to the left side of the line. They played Burrow on defense perfectly. They hit him. They sacked him 4 times. And they kept the receivers in check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the equation to win the game. Like, they did everything they could, but that one mistake. How do you do that?
Yeah.
There's no way he could have thought he was close enough to the end zone for that to happen. It was good 2 yards off the end zone for him to try to hop over the pile, and then on top of that, it ran back for a touchdown. Like, man, it was a 14-point swing.
Yep.
End up being the game-winning play, but I don't know who caught that play. Was it coaching?
Or how about say the play was supposed to go under, not over? Yeah, he said the play. They didn't execute the play. He's supposed to went under, not over the top.
That's Huntley trying to be a hero.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, he said after the game that the play's supposed to be going down, not up.
I feel even worse then because Huntley played. If you squint it, he looked like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
A couple errant throws that Jackson could have made. So if Jackson plays, I do think they win that game because there were a couple passes where I was like, "Oh no, he just said he's not accurate enough. He's throwing it in the dirt." But Cincinnati needs to be a little worried.
Yep.
The offensive line
it's beat up.
It's beat up, and it got even worse during that game.
Yeah.
Burrow, like, how many times was he pressured?
Yeah.
I didn't.
It was on it, man.
I know he was hit. He was sacked 4 times, but he had to be pressured way more than that.
So he got sacked 4 times, and QB hits. He got hit 8 times.
8 times, okay. But that offensive line ain't it.
No.
I know he worked with it last year, but that ain't it. And you got Buffalo. You got to go to Buffalo. So
Von Miller ain't playing.
Yeah, but they'll still hit you. So that offensive line ain't it. You kind of have the game plan. Just no explosive plays to Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase had 9 catches for 80, but At least he wasn't beating you for 5 for 130.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would watch that Ravens game plan if I'm the Buffalo Bills next week. But again, I just feel bad that Huntley, he gave the game away right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that was a hell of a drive, and they should have got at least 3 points off of that, and instead of turning into a 98-yard fumble.
Yeah, Buffalo and Cincinnati both got good game film to watch before they play each other to see what it's going to take to slow the other one down.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, some free agents for the Ravens next year. You have Marcus Peters, Justin Houston, Kyle Fuller, Lamar Jackson, and Jawan James, Sammy Watkins, Jason Pierre-Pierre, Brent Ubern, Steven Means. Those are like your guys that make over $1 million right now this past season.
The whole wide receiver room.
Yeah, basically.
Most of guys gone.
So Lamar.
Yeah.
What we doing with Lamar?
Man, all right. So yesterday, Lamar decided not to play. So he was the one. He's the one with the final decision not to play that game. Basically, he's telling the Ravens, "F you. Yep. I'm moving on, and I'm gonna save myself for the other team that wants to sign me that big contract."
Mm-hmm.
DC.
Yeah, when he decided not to fly with the team to the game, like, my God, that's huge.
That's bad.
That's huge,
that's
man.
bad.
It's not like you had lung issues, you couldn't fly. I mean, you've been going all the rest of the game, but this game, you chose not to travel with the team. That said a whole lot for me.
And Baltimore, Cincinnati, that's not a big flight.
Right.
You should be able to make that flight, bro.
Easy flight.
Yeah.
So somebody got to poop and get off the pot. Once again, we're talking about Baltimore. We're talking about Lamar Jackson. Of course, they have the option to franchise him. I don't think he's going to play. If they say franchise, I think he sits out. I really do. So I've got a feeling he might not be there next year, man. I have a feeling he might not. They're going to find a partner, I think. They got to pony up wherever he go.
Yeah.
They got to find a partner. But once again, they keep talking about the offense that you have to run around Lamar Jackson. You know, I don't know if that's going to be a problem with other teams because, like they say, everything is built around Lamar, which it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
But he never had the receivers to know.
Right.
You know, that's what I would like to see him with the receivers, just so I can, because I feel like if he went to Miami, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
He'd be more than fine, I think, with those two guys down there. But everybody making a big deal like he can only run a certain offense. But I want to see him with some more receivers. That's what I want to see. Yeah. And Baltimore may end up losing out on it. It may get too bad where it's not repairable.
Yeah, I think the blood is bad already. I wonder how he felt about Hollywood Brown getting traded.
Yeah.
Maybe that was like, all right, that was my dog.
Yep.
That was my go-to. Y'all left me with scraps.
Yep.
Rashad Bateman, he was injured. Y'all didn't give me the Deshaun Watson contract. Maybe he's done with them. Yeah. He might have screwed himself because the contract they offered him was good as hell.
It was good, yeah.
Well, he may have messed himself over. We'll see. Yeah. But he should. I don't think he should be there.
Right.
Next year.
So as of right now, the Ravens cap salary, it's at $40 million. Right now, so they
above or under?
Above.
Over the
Yeah. No. So right there, and so
they got cap. 40 million in cap space.
They got space. Okay.
They got $40 million in cap space right now.
Yeah.
So that's not much.
No. Lamar gonna take all that.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna ask for all that and more.
But
they might be able to sign him to something where he takes a little bit on that first year, so they can get him some weapon.
Yeah, absolutely. But we know that they don't have that much cap space because they just gave who was it?
Roquan.
Yeah, big old contract.
Yep. I'm sure that kicks in probably next year.
Yeah.
So. Is it a coincidence? Roquan got paid and Lamar didn't show up.
Could be.
I don't know.
Okay. Maybe something there.
Because Roquan just got paid for 5 years, $100 million.
Roquan just got on the team.
Yeah,
got an extension.
Yeah, exactly. They acquired him by a trade, and he guaranteed at $60 million.
Yeah, and but he had to win in hand. Roquan, he knew they had to sign him because of what they gave up to get him.
Yep.
It's kind of like when the Texans picked the left tackle they got from Miami. He knew he was going to win that one.
Yep.
But I can see both sides with this, with the Ravens and Lamar. Lamar's like, look, you can't win without me. The Ravens like, look, I'm not going to give you $260 to get hurt, and all our dreams go out the window with you being going down. So I can see both sides. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, though.
Yeah. So, but what team do you? All right. No. All right. Let me rephrase that question. Is Lamar going to get that Deshaun Watson contract? Yes or no?
I don't think he gets it from Baltimore.
I mean, from any team.
Oh yeah, somebody.
Yes,
somebody will. Somebody will. I don't think he'll get it from Baltimore.
Atlanta, Carolina.
Yep. There you go.
Miami.
Yep.
I don't know what Miami's cap space is, but Atlanta, Carolina. One of them teams will give him everything he wants.
That's two that came to mind, especially Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta.
That came to mind. Sure. They got young players.
Mike Vick 2.0.
Yep.
They will go crazy for him in Atlanta. Yeah. And they got the perfect coach and scheme for him in Atlanta. So
now these teams that we just mentioned right now, well, at least with Atlanta, I know that they were up for the run for Deshaun Watson. If they didn't give that contract for Deshaun Watson, you think they will give that contract to Lamar?
Not probably after they see how things working out. They may. They may do it.
Deshaun came with baggage though.
Yeah.
He came with a lot of suits.
Yeah.
So maybe that turned off a bunch of teams in it because only Cleveland gave him that contract. Yeah. Everybody else pulled out. So
that's what separated.
Yeah.
Cleveland from everybody else. They guaranteed money.
Yeah.
But I'm really waiting to see if teams start actually calling Baltimore, asking, "What do you want for Lamar?" Mm-hmm. That's gonna be the telling point right there. If they start calling, then you already know he's probably gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely. All right, gentlemen. Do we got anything more with Bengals and Ravens game? All right. So let's go to next week's games right here. Hold on. Give me 1 second, man. All right. Let's go to the divisional rounds. So let's pick these games real quick, and let's talk about them. All right. So we have the Jaguars at the Chiefs. Chiefs are favored to win this one by 8.5 points.
Ooh,
and the weather supposedly is going to be 40 degrees and raining.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give that up for y'all. So let's talk about this game, man. So Jaguars and Chiefs. Who you got for this game, DC?
I'm taking the Chiefs, but like I said, you come out there, beat them. Don't give them no kind of hope. When you come out there, just hammer down as much as you can. What they got the people to do at the Chiefs, Mahomes, he's gonna be Mahomes.
Yeah,
you just got to hope you can keep up with him.
Yeah,
because I don't know if that defense is gonna be able to slow Kelsey and Mahomes down.
Yeah,
and he'll always find somebody else to sprinkle in there with it. So, but I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah. Jerron, who you got, man?
And I can guarantee if the Chiefs get up by 17, the Jaguars ain't coming back. Because the Chiefs are going to keep scoring if they get up that high.
Yeah.
There ain't no way they get 3 points in the second half. Yeah. So the Jaguars all season been telling 2 halves.
Yeah.
If they play down a down half in the first half, they're not coming back. I'm giving the Chiefs 10 points.
10 points?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take the Chiefs as well, man. I feel like what happened to the Jaguars, man, is I'm not saying lucky, man, but I'm saying that the Chargers should have never been in that position anyways.
No.
It like DC said, since the beginning of the season is the coaching. He's never trusted that coach from the Chargers. Yeah, man. So give me the Chiefs, and I'll say the Chiefs win by 2 touchdowns, man. They should not lose this game, man. Yeah. Absolutely. Boys, got anything more on this game right here? The Jaguars and Chiefs. All right, so let's go on to the next game right here. Also been playing Saturday night. This one's gonna be playing at 7:15. The Giants at the Eagles. Philly is predicted to win this one by 7.5 points. DC, who you got this in this game, bro? Oh, and the weather's gonna supposedly be at 44 degrees, clear skies.
Yeah,
in Philly.
Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles, but the Giants gonna have to be able to get to Hurts with 4 guys early and often. But if they don't, it's gonna be over real quick. But I think they can stick around with this game. If they gonna have to let control with Saquon.
Yeah,
Saquon needs to run at least 25 times if they can withstand it. If they don't get behind too quick.
Yeah,
don't go out there with the 3 and outs trying to keep up with the Eagles. Just go out there and play your game. If you can get Saquon in a position where he can run the ball 25 to 30 times, that means you're in a position where you got a chance at the end.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Especially Hurts is good.
Yeah.
With the guys he's got to throw the ball to, it's gonna be tough. But the Eagles front 4, they can get to them with just 4 people.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the matchup I want to see. Is the Eagles front 4 against the offensive line of the Giants and see what kind of pressure they get on Daniel Jones with just 4 people.
Yeah.
And I know the back end, they should be able to hold their stuff up. They ain't got no stud receivers out there. So that's going to be the matchup, the front 4 of the Eagles against that offensive line of the Giants.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got the Eagles.
Yeah.
All right, Jerron, who you got, man? Like, I know these 2 teams are in your division right here, man.
I'm going Eagles. Like I said before, if the Giants cover, I'm be impressed. If they cover this number, I'm gonna say that's a good game for them.
Yeah,
I think the Giants have to out Eagles the Eagle. Like they gotta. Daniel Jones might need 100 yards rushing.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to get 3rd, 4th and 1, convert them bad boys, and like you said, Hassan Riddick.
Yeah.
Where is he at? Every play.
Yeah.
We're up left side. We slide protection to the left. So I think it's a high scoring game actually.
Yeah.
I think 31-24. 31-24, something like that. Eagles. Eagles win.
Yeah. Man, so right now, right here, I'm on ESPN checking out these stats, and Stephen A. Smith is all ducked out in Buccaneers gear.
Yeah.
So check it out, Jerome.
Yeah, I saw it.
You got Tom Brady, man.
Yeah, I saw it.
Man, bro.
He already predicted the heartbreaking loss for the Cowboys.
Man. All right, gentlemen. All right, so for that one right there, I'm going to pick with the Eagles as well. I think the Giants will give them a good game, but I just feel Hurts is the better quarterback right here, man, and I think that they have better receivers, and their defense is. I like their defense a little bit more better than the Giants right now, man. And I just feel the Phillies defense is legit, overall.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball, man, Philly has, more qualities than the Giants do, man. But yeah, I'll take Philly on this one.
Yeah, there ain't no Kirk Cousins over there.
Nah, there ain't no Kirk Cousins.
No.
Nah. All right, gentlemen, moving on. Oh, and just a little quick thing right there. All these games being played next week are all in open stadiums. Yeah, all of them are. So that's why I'm throwing in the weather factor as well. Okay. So next game we have on the Sunday. The Sunday game is going to be played at 3 in the afternoon. Bengals, Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Weather is looking clear, 33 degrees. Buffalo is favored to win this one by 4.5 points. DC, who you got on this game, man?
Give me Cincinnati.
Ooh.
Give me Cincinnati to go in there and take it.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, let me take the Bengals on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Buffalo favored by 4.
Okay.
4.5.
Cincinnati, man.
All right, so I got a question for y'all guys. All right, so I didn't understand the whole AFC Championship concept. So So they're saying that the AFC Championship might be played in Atlanta
if Buffalo wins.
Yeah.
I think it's if Buffalo wins.
If Buffalo wins, yeah.
Oh.
Because they would have had the opportunity to be better than the Chiefs, but they had to stop that Cincinnati game.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I thought that if they would play each other again, this game will be played in a neutral site.
This one right here, I think it's the one with the AFC Championship game with the Chiefs.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. My bad about that. I just didn't. I didn't understand that concept about the AFC Championship. I thought if. Never mind.
No matter what, you figured it was going to be in
Yeah.
Atlanta, no matter who won this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You know, so the game can presumably resume.
Yeah.
Back to what happened 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jerron, who do you got for this game, man? We heard DC. DC's picking the Bengals on this one.
Why the Bengals?
I picked them to go to Super Bowl. Them and the 49ers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to beat them, man. I think they're going to show up this week. I think you're going to get the real Bengals.
That offensive line is terrifying for me. If I'm putting my money and my pick on the Bengals, I'm looking in the trenches first. And the Bengals lose on both trenches to me. I'm picking the Bills. And if they learn anything from watching the Ravens, they should beat them pretty easily, to be honest. I know the last game started out with the Bengals being hot. And then you got the emotional aspect of the Bills. Mm-hmm. They're going to have threes everywhere in that stadium. Mm-hmm. DeMar probably shows up to that game. He probably in a box. Probably talk to the team before the game sometime this week. Yeah. It's just too much emotions. And if I'm the Bills, I watch that Ravens game and I know exactly how to contain the Bengals. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Bills. Close game. Bills by field goal.
Yeah. Bills by field goal. Okay. All right. So these are two of the three best teams in the AFC. To me, the best teams in the AFC are Chiefs, Bengals, and Bills.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Though those are the ones that they're worth watching every time they're playing. Mm-hmm. It's hard, but I feel like these two teams match up equally. Both teams got great wide receivers. Mm-hmm. The running game is a little bit, but I give the Bengals a better running game. Mm-hmm. Their defense is right there. Their Bengals run defense is solid. Also, Bills run defense is solid. But Bills corners and the backfield are better than the Bengals. And so for those reasons, I'm going to take the Bills to win this game right here, man. Mm-hmm. And plus, because they're at home as well. And like Jerron said, number 3 is going to be in the building. Yeah, he's going to be right there hyping them up, gives them emotion. Absolutely. And I feel like this game's going to resume from 2 weeks ago. And, yeah.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to take the Bills to win this game right here, man. I think the Bills have more to play for on this one. Yeah. So,
the name to watch, Eli Apple. Mm-hmm. Stephon Diggs.
Oh, they got beef.
Versus Eli Apple. Mm-hmm. Eli Apple. It's going to be... I just don't see it going too well. Yeah. They're going to pick on that man.
I keep seeing the Dolphins put up 31 points.
Oh, yeah.
In Buffalo with Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
In the Trey Hendrickson, DJ Reader. Hey, them boys push the line. They're going to push the line, so it's going to be real interesting to see how that goes down, too. But every time I look back at that 31-34, I'm like, how in the hell you let Miami come in there and drop 31 on? You can't turn the ball over like that this week. But you can't do it, Josh Allen.
I understand, man, but these games these teams know each other pretty well. This was the third time playing, and every time they play against each other, they play hard,
close.
Close. So I always give them that division. Like we all know that divisional games can be very hard.
Yeah.
It's very unpredictable to pick those games sometimes. But I don't know, man. I feel like the Bills just have more to play for in this game, man. And who knows? Yeah. Bengals might go there and shut them up. I'm not too confident upon this pick, like I just mentioned. I just said everything, the good, the bad about every team. But that's why I give the little to the Bills to win this game.
One.
Yeah,
they both already beat the Chiefs this year, so that's one thing they got, in
Absolutely.
common. They already both of them beat the Chiefs this year.
If the Bills lose this game, they may just be stuck in that third position in the AFC.
Man.
They may not. Like this is the game for me to see if
they're real.
If they're real, well,
if
they're real.
Or for Gazy.
If they're real, but if they can be number one in the AFC.
Right.
Yeah.
For the last couple years, they were two, three. They've always been third in the AFC.
Yeah.
And are they gonna take that next step to get to the AFC Championship game and win it? Because right now, if you rank them for the last 2 years, they're the bronze medal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't see them still being a bronze medal. I think they're a better team than the Bengals, and I think they hopped them to get to that silver platform.
Absolutely. So
I can't wait.
We got.
That's the game.
Yeah,
that's the game.
DC has the Bengals. Mm-hmm. Me and Jerron have the Bills.
I got Bills by 3.
Yeah. Okay. Now moving on to the next game. This next game right here is still to be determined which team out of the Buccaneers or Cowboys, but either or, this team has to travel to San Francisco.
Yes.
Now, San Francisco just came out from a nice victory win over the Seahawks. Second half dominated.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, scenario time. If it's the Cowboys going to San Francisco, DC, who would you pick out of those two?
49ers.
Okay.
I'm taking 49ers.
If it's the Buccaneers.
49ers.
No matter what.
49ers. Both of them might end Brady's career.
Oh.
yeah. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. With that line, both of them might finish it, man.
All right.
They got to put 3 people over there.
Jerome, same question. If the Cowboys go to San Francisco, who wins that game?
49ers.
If the Buccaneers go to 49ers.
Look. It don't matter.
Okay.
Whatever team shows up in San Francisco is getting beat by 14.
Yeah. All right. So no matter what team goes there, the discussion ends here. Huh?
14 points. I'm just spot them 14 right there because that's who they're gonna beat.
Okay. So
and if Tampa Bay goes, it might be more.
All right. So for the viewers and listeners, the weather in San Francisco, it's gonna be at 56 degrees with clear skies.
Yeah. Oh. Perfect Christian
weather.
McCaffrey weather.
To do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey gonna eat no matter what. So
to do what they want.
Debo gonna eat no matter what.
Yeah. So right now, like of course, since we don't have an opponent for the 49ers, Vegas haven't had any overs and unders on this one yet. But yeah, so no matter what, so basically y'all saying 49ers Super Bowl. Is that what y'all saying?
I'm saying 49ers to the NFC Championship for sure.
Well, let's say it like this. So Super Bowl odds came out.
Okay. Tell us, Jerome.
Football Outsiders, which I respect as a publication. Number 1, San Francisco 49ers has a 27.3 chance of making to the Super Bowl. Second
That's big.
Is Buffalo Bills 24.3 chance to making to the Super Bowl, which is surprising.
Yeah, that is surprising.
Because we just talked about it. Yep. They're all lumped together.
Yeah.
After that, Kansas City has a 17.6 chance of making to the Super Bowl. Philadelphia 17.2 chance of making it to the Super Bowl. Cincinnati a 7.1 chance. So they're saying Cincinnati's out.
Yeah.
They're saying Cincinnati's the third best team in the AFC. Dallas has a 2.3 chance. Giants has a 2.0 chance of making it to the Super Bowl. Jacksonville 1.9 in 10th or ninth place. The GOAT, Tom Brady. Tom Brady, the GOAT, has
man.
Guess the number. It's disrespectful.
All right, I want to say 0.5.
0.5%.
0.2% chance.
Say another chance.
0.2 chance of making it to the greatest quarterback of all time with Mike Evans, with Godwin, Leonard Fournette has a 0.2 chance of making it to the Super Bowl. Wow.
Man, if you show Brady that, man, that's gonna give him more shit to destroy the Cowboys tonight.
Hell yeah! All they're gonna put is Tampa Bay 0.2% chance of making. They behind New York in their ability to. I know it's because they got to go to San Francisco next, but
that's his home.
And so Brock Purdy led 49ers have the best chance of making to the Super Bowl as of Football Outsiders.
That's crazy.
I think when Hurts got hurt, I think that changed some odds. If he'd have played through, I think that would have been a little bit different. I think they'd have Philly a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Ah, man, that's awesome, man. That's crazy. Gentlemen, is there anything else you got discussing about next week's games? That's pretty much it for.
Looking forward to them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so.
And you, Fredo, about your coaching search, you got anybody that you really own?
So, all right, so now that we brought that up, now we talk about coaches in the NFL. So, as we know, as of right now, there's 5 opening spots.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We have the Broncos, Texans, Panthers. We have which other team?
Did you say you said Broncos, right?
Yeah, Broncos.
Arizona.
Colts.
Cardinals, Colts.
All right, so we have those right there. All right. So, in my opinion, I do not want Sean Payton. Get that out of my city. I don't want that.
That wouldn't work.
I feel like they'll have to give up too much, and we were already struggling as is. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to come coach up a rookie as well. Yeah. I think he wants a proven veteran quarterback right now. Other than that, man, I don't think that this is a spot for him to come.
But on that Sean Payton deal, that's probably either there or Denver. I think that'll be the only place that maybe the Chargers that would actually work for him. Where you got an owner that stays away from everything.
But you know what?
And he gets to do whatever the heck he wants to do.
Jerron said the Chargers.
Not Indy, though.
No, Jerron said the Chargers, and I feel like that's a franchise that needs an uplifting. You know,
no doubt.
Right now they're little brother to the Rams.
Ain't no doubt.
As soon as he comes in there, hey, Chargers go take over that city.
Yeah,
because the Rams right now are struggling with their draft picks, and even though Sean McVay just said that he's gonna come back for next season, but he doesn't say, I'm gonna finish my contract here. He's just gonna come back for next season and see what's gonna happen. Yeah. But yeah, man. You know, great point by Jerron. You know, Sean Payton goes to the Chargers. I love that right there. If the Chargers part ways with the current coach right now.
If the Saints say the deal is good enough. Yeah. That's the whole thing right there. Yeah. Somebody's got to have something that's good enough for the Saints to be like, okay,
so
that's
first,
good.
Sean Payton has to love the interview and the situation might go in. Then the Saints have to sign off on it. I said, all right, let's talk. What y'all willing to give up, either players or draft picks?
Yep.
So we'll see about that. But overall, right now, if you ask me as a Texans fan, right now, the coaches I like. I'm gonna give you my top 3. D'Amico Ryans, in no particular order as well. Also, I want the offensive coordinator from the Lions.
Yeah,
I want him. Or I'll take the defensive coordinator from Philly. Jonathan something.
Gannon.
Yeah, Jonathan. Yeah, John. I'll take out of those 3. I wouldn't be mad at.
Right.
You know. Yeah, I'd rather take a rookie head coach than an experienced head coach. I feel like with the young coming in, and you know, this is a young team. You know, so I think this team can grow together and develop something better. You know, then if you have a head coach that's very experienced and he wants everything ready to go. Right. You know, I don't think the Texans are ready to go right now. If anything, I feel the Texans are 2 years behind.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what about you, DC, with your Titans, man?
So,
like
I've seen they've both been interviewing Eric Bieniemy for the OC. The Titans. Yeah. So I wouldn't mind that at all. I know, of course, they're gonna have to pay him more than what he's making now.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind that at all because, you know, we all get the impression that that's Andy Reid with Eric Bieniemy. But hell, let me think. If you've been under Andy Reid for 4 years calling plays or listen to him call plays in certain situations, you have to be able to take something from that. Mm-hmm. If you leave there, you can't just sit and say, man, I don't trust Eric Bieniemy because I think that's Andy Reid.
Yeah.
So you can't do that. If you're gonna do that, you got to do the same thing with the offensive coordinator for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because the head coach there was the OC, and I'm pretty sure his hands is all over that offense.
Yeah.
So at some point, these guys are going to have to break loose and make their own names.
Yeah.
Whether it's the head coach somewhere or OC somewhere. But I wouldn't mind it at all. Just see something different.
Yeah.
Some different play calls over there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, also, like, so how do y'all feel about Derek Carr saying goodbye to some of his friends in Las Vegas?
Everybody knows.
He's gone.
Everybody knows he's gone. Mm-hmm. Team pretty much announced it. So he's see him in New York next year. It is my opinion.
And I think he's got a no trade clause, so I don't think you can just send him anywhere. So that's another thing about seeing this contract when they
giving him a no trade clause is a big mistake.
Look what Deshaun Watson done.
That's a big mistake. I don't know why you would do that.
Yep. So
absolutely.
And I think Peyton's got a chance to go to Denver.
Yeah.
Sean Payton. Yeah. I think it is picked. Because I remember maybe last year when Russ was talking about being traded, he said the Saints were the team that he would waive his clause to go. So him and Sean Payton may be having some work in the back channels.
Maybe.
But I think the Chargers still be the best fit for
him.
Yeah. So a bunch of names for coaching. From what I saw, the rumor is Jim Harbaugh. Look for him for Denver.
He's another one. Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh, Denver and Indianapolis. You got his name is going to be in both hats. For the Texans, Brian Flores.
Yeah.
They liked him last year.
I would love Brian Flores, man.
So he's got a high percentage chance of being the coach. The OC for the Lions and your boy McCown. Those are the three names. You gotta
McCown showing back up again, man.
Watch. Just look. Trust me on this. And then for who else? So it was Jim Harbaugh, and then Arizona still got to look out for. To me, that's a possible Sean Payton place.
Yeah. Or
they're gonna go with a unproven coach to kind of rebuild that team. Also, I know it's kind of off the coaching thing, but expect DeAndre Hopkins. They said DeAndre Hopkins most likely will be moved.
Yep.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yep.
New England.
I like that New England.
As long as they don't get Bill O'Brien. That's the OC.
I mean, he put up some good numbers with Bill O'Brien.
He did put up good numbers. So Green Bay, New England, Dallas, Giants. Look out for those 4 teams.
But yeah, that's right.
Because
Bill O'Brien is the one he don't like. He's the one that shipped him off. They didn't get along too well.
Yeah.
I was watching the Arizona Cardinals Hard Knocks in season. They played the Patriots. I've never heard Bill Belichick talk to a player the way he talked to DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah. Like, it was borderline tampering. The way he's like, you're a Hall of Famer. You're First impossible ballot. To stop.
Yep.
Like, the way he talked to DeAndre Hopkins kind of got my ears perked.
Yep.
Watch him in New England.
Oh, yeah. Hopkins is another guy who's quarterback proof, like Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Those guys are quarterback proof. It don't matter where they go. They're going to shine.
Yeah.
They're going to shine. And keep an eye on wherever Sean Payton go, Michael Thomas.
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I don't know.
When they restructure this deal, I'm telling you, he don't want to be there no more.
No.
He don't want to be there.
He don't want to be there.
Don't be surprised if he follows Sean Payton somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised at all.
Michael Thomas need to come to Dallas. That's what that need to happen.
That Hawkins to New England, I don't hate that, man. Like, sheesh, that'd be nice. But
that's the perfect fit to me.
Like, I saw that clip you were talking about as well on I saw it on, I believe, on TikTok.
Yeah,
man. So I saw that.
Do you see? Have you ever heard Bill Belichick say how much he loved to play in the game?
Yeah. Hawkins said, "Hey, man, I love you, man."
Yeah,
I was like,
he said they both said I love you because Belichick said I love you too. I'm like, come on, man, this is a fine. They need to lose draft picks because this is obvious tampering on camera.
For a second, I thought they were gonna take off their clothes and
start
making out.
Let's make love real quick. That's is crazy, but I could see him in New England.
Yeah, absolutely.
You think of anything to Brady going to Vegas?
I mean, he has a squad behind him, man. But I mean, that'd be nice.
Got all pro running back but they got to resign him.
Man, but the running back, man, Josh Jacobs said he don't want to be back over there, man. He said he's done with that team.
Yeah, money can change it.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially for running back because they ain't used to get no second contract. Not a big one anyway.
Yeah,
and you know Brady ain't gonna cost that much.
Yep.
So they can keep all their pay and. I like it. I like that. That's a perfect. Replacement for Carr.
Hey, so out of these coaches that got fired, do you see any of these coaches becoming another head coach or possibly like coordinators?
Hackett, coordinator.
Yeah. He's probably happy to be back there.
Yes. Yes. He knows head coach is too big for him. Cliff either goes to college head coach or he's a coordinator in the league.
What about Frank
right?
Yeah.
He should be a coordinator, but I just
pride might not let him.
Yeah.
I just hope the coach really ain't considering Jeff Saturday. I really.
Hey, I hope they do.
Man.
I hope they do.
I hope they do too.
You should be hoping that too.
Yeah, I hope they do. Just to laugh.
But I really want to see what Carolina gonna do with Wilkes, man. I think the players really like him, man. I really do. Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna give him a shot or not.
I think he comes back with a new OC.
Yeah.
Hey, so you saw the Panthers request an interview for Cannon Moore for head coaching?
Yes.
You saw that?
I would love that. Please send him over there. Take him. Because I'm kind of liking that. Yeah. Maybe Nathaniel Hackett, maybe Schottenheimer. Yeah. Offense, let's go.
Yeah. All right. So we got anything else, guys, going around the NFL?
But back to what you said earlier.
About what?
There's no way in hell Arizona should let Kyler Murray be in on the head coaching.
Come on. Yes.
You ain't got enough skins on the wall to be out there picking, because you going to go out there and pick a coach who ain't going to push you. I can tell you right now, don't let him be no part of that search. I don't care. You already made the mistake by signing him in the long term. Anyway, I ain't mad at Kyler. Arizona's the one that made the mistake. I'm mad he got his bread, but as far as a future quarterback, don't want it. No part of that.
That right there's signs of toxic right there.
Yeah.
If you want your quarterback to be on having saying who his next head coach is going to be, that's disaster. Right. A lot of people say that Arizona created a monster.
Yeah.
Over there.
They have.
Yeah, somebody in Arizona said that.
Yeah,
that was
the whole locker room.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's hey man, like look, they're losing big names already. Hawkins traded, JJ retired. Who they lost? Chandler. They lost him.
Last year,
Hey man, like there's only could be Kyler Murray over there and
Kyler Murray in Hollywood.
Yep,
that's it.
That's going to be a disaster over there.
That's going to be very disastrous right there. Yeah. Real quick, so do you know Gerard Mayo?
Yeah, Patriots.
Patriots linebacker coach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's been a bunch of calls over there to the Patriots saying that there's a lot of teams that want him to be interviewed for defensive coordinator. And the Patriots don't want to let him go. So what the Patriots are going to do is the Patriots should give him the role as a defensive coordinator, because Patriots don't want him to leave their staff.
Yeah. That's another one of those teams where no matter who the DC is, Belichick still got his hands all in that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just got that title of DC.
Yeah.
But for the most part, that's Belichick's defense.
Yeah.
So, but they may let him go.
Yeah.
They may let him go.
Yeah, it's a mess over there. You don't know who is doing what over there because Belichick's son is calling defensive plays, so it's just it's impossible to figure out what they're going to do head coaching or defensive coordinator wise.
Yeah, Brian Flores got an interview for a head coaching job at Arizona.
Okay. Ooh, that might be.
Why not?
Yeah.
But hey, I'll tell you what, Kyler
I know. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Kyler gonna be like, nah, I don't want.
If Flores didn't like Tua, he really ain't gonna like Kyler.
Yeah, man.
And Flores got a little attitude to him, so I don't know if he goes with that.
I was looking the other day and see how the Pittsburgh Steelers, they pimped the Bears, man, when they traded Chase Claypool, man. And they got that second round pick.
Yep.
And the Bears got the number 1 pick in the second round.
Yep.
So now the Steelers get that pick, man.
Yeah.
That worked out real well for the Steelers.
That's a high 40 pick right there.
I think it's 32 or 33.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the Bears in the 1 slot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Deontay pulled all his Pittsburgh stuff off. Deontay might want to.
Johnson?
He might want to. He might want to move. Ooh. That's another name to look out. Yeah. Pickens took over that number 1 spot from him. Deontay might be like, hey, send me somewhere.
No touchdowns this year?
No, none. Like he had one, but it got called back.
Yeah. And then he made it to the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, gentlemen. Do we got anything else?
No, I think that's it. Pretty much. With all the big news, CJ Stroud.
That's it.
Jordan,
y'all happy.
Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
He declared. We still waiting on Quentin
from
Johnson.
USC, right?
Yeah.
We're
still waiting on Quentin Johnson to see if he need to declare because TCU ain't coming back like that.
No.
So we should see his name shortly. That I predict he's gonna declare before the deadline, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I got.
Pretty much it. DC?
That's it, man.
That's it for you.
Steven,
what you got, Steven?
You got any kind of services you want to promote out here today, man? Okay.
Maybe in the near future, but it's coming soon. All right. So from Fredo's Football Talk, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't, please subscribe. Like our videos. Also, if you want to listen to our platform, we have Apple and Spotify. Those are the 2 big ones. And we also got some other ones right there, top our name. Pretty sure you're going to find us. If you want to hit us up with a question, please do so. Don't be afraid. And but besides that, from us to you, thank you so much for tuning in. From DC, from Jerron, from Steven in the back, what he does. Thank you. Until other than that, see y'all next week, and we're going to talk about it. But tune in. Thank you.
Yep. Later. Go Cowboys.